We're going to describe how to build an open API for a cloud service. And the use case that we're working with is how to move a file within a Trisotech process into Google Cloud storage. Files including PDFs, Excel spreadsheets, Word documents, and so forth are an important part of many different processes. And we have support for the file type in the Trisotech process environment. All right, so in this example, we're going to upload the file and send it to Google Cloud Storage. In order to use Google Cloud Storage, you need to have a Google Cloud account. You need to set up a project in Google Cloud and assign the Google Cloud Storage API to that project, and then set up security for the project. So that's kind of beyond the scope of what we're talking about today, but those are the necessary preconditions for using Google Cloud Storage. So if we look at the documentation for Google Cloud Storage, in order to upload an object or file, we use the insert API. And this documentation shows the HTTP request endpoint to be here, this particular one. Bucket here is a path variable, and we need to provide these two as a minimum query parameters, the name and the upload type. There's a lot of other capabilities which we don't need just to upload a file, and it's kind of explained in the link that they provided, where we have a simple media upload type, and we have basically these query path and header parameters that need to be provided to do the upload. And we'll be specifying them when we look at Postman to actually attempt to do one of the uploads and use that URL. So here is the Open API specification for using the insert object method for Google Cloud Storage. And it includes a specification of the parameters that we identified in looking at the API documentation. That includes the body type, which is specified here as a string, but we're going to change it over to file when we bring it into the Trisotech environment. Bucket, which is a path parameter, the name of the cloud storage bucket, authorization, the type of security to get into the API, content type, which is another header parameter, and then the two query parameters, those things that come after the question mark in the URI, include the name of the storage object, and the upload type for that, which will be media for our particular use of the API. So let's run an example in Postman that's been created by the open specification that we were just looking at. Here I've already pre-filled out the name and the upload type, and we also have the as the query parameters that are required. The bucket is a path variable. It ends up here in that as a parameter. All right, and then we need to set several items in the header, including the authorization, which I'm using an environment here, and the content type, which we're going to upload a PDF, so it's application slash PDF. So we run that, and we see we have successfully created our test upload.pdf. We can go to the cloud and see that it in fact has been created, test upload.pdf. Now let's import the OpenAPI specification by going to the operation library and importing it. Then we need to change the body to a file type, and then add that activity, define the shape as a service. We're going to call it Google Cloud Storage. And then we assign the type, interface type, the operation, and then we start our data mapping. All right, and we're going to define the body as the uploaded file, and then fill out the rest of the data mapping. Then We go to our output mapping and map storage object to storage object. And then we're going to define the storage object as the output of the process. So now we're ready to run it. Now we're going to execute this process. We'll go ahead and publish it and go to try it. All right, and we're going to choose a fairly large PDF file. Brochure draft is about 5 meg. We'll upload that. And now it was successfully uploaded. Let's go to the cloud storage. And we can see that the file we created has been uploaded from a Trisotech process. So I hope you can see that the combination of the Trisotech process environment and the OpenAPI specifications gives you a very powerful modeling technique and opens up a whole world of cloud services. Thank you for listening to my content today, and I hope you found it useful.